Mega Mike the Movie Man, and today I have a Mega Movie plan. Today, I'm back with another Mega Movie News Roundup episode for y'all. This is the segment on the channel where we cover all the major movie news stories to come out this week. So today we actually have 7 movie topics to get through, saving the most important topic to the very end, and that's what Kevin Feige said about never getting another Avengers movie. And so we'll save that topic to the very end, so stick around through the entire video to hear my thoughts on that. But without further ado, let's get started. Now to get into our first movie topic, and that is it's rumored that there is a new Star Wars Jedi Order trilogy that is going to be created. Now, I don't think that this is anything concrete or confirmed yet. I think this is just rumors and speculation. There is no hardcore proof that there is a solid story here for these next set of trilogy films. Now, of course, they're going to do another trilogy. I mean, that's like an obvious statement. Obviously, Disney spent a lot of money on Star Wars. They're going to keep making more Star Wars movies, not just Star Wars shows. But yes, of course, they're going to continue with movies in the future. Now, do we really know what those movies are going to be about? Not exactly. We can guess, we can speculate. A lot of people are speculating it's going to have something to do with Rey, because how the Rise of Skywalker ended off with her burying a lightsaber that was constructed. And so that's all a possibility. It could be a direct continuation from that ending there. That is totally a possibility, but I'm just not 100% sure what's going to go on with this new set of films. Now, where I would like to see the movies go is something completely different for Star Wars. Let's not keep connecting it back to the Skywalker characters. It feels like we're always going back to that Skywalker bloodline or characters we've already seen a million times before. You know, the galaxy is massive, so let's kind of branch out, go to another part of the galaxy, get some new characters, and yeah, we can have Jedis and Siths again, but I think they should go with the idea that anybody can be a Jedi, anybody can be a Sith. It doesn't have to be bloodline related. I think that's kind of where the last trilogy misstepped, and I feel like they didn't need to make Rey related to Palpatine and all of that. To me, it just convoluted the story, did not end up being that interesting at all. To me, it just wasn't executed well enough. It was more like fan fiction in a movie. So I hope they do something different with this new trilogy of films. They focus on a lot of other different characters we have never seen before. Something a little bit more engaging and different for Star Wars, but of course still in the Star Wars universe. I think that would be the best way to go about that trilogy. But let me know in the comments below, how would you approach a whole new Star Wars trilogy? What would be some of your story ideas, or what general direction would you like them to take the Star Wars franchise into in the movie world? We know where they're going with the TV shows at the moment, but where are they going to go with those movies? Let me know that in the comments below. Now to get into our second topic, and I'm just going to be sharing my general thoughts on The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, little teaser trailer we just got recently. I just watched it right now, and I thought it was okay. It was nothing mind-blowing to me, but it is just a first kind of introduction. It is a teaser. It's not a full-on trailer. It was quite short, but I think it gave us a taste, a little flavor of what the series is going to be about on Amazon, and I'm cautiously excited for this series. I'm not overly hyped for it. I don't know if they're going to be able to recapture the movie magic. You know, the Hobbit movies were solid, but they weren't amazing. They were nothing like the solid Lord of the Rings trilogy quality. And I know it's tough to match that quality, so maybe we shouldn't compare it to that. But I don't know. I'm more cautious on this one. Now, I thought the music was well done in this trailer. I thought it looked gorgeous. This looks absolutely beautiful, this series. I mean, we saw a lot of different environments and a lot of different character designs and costumes. And so everything in terms of production, set design, it looks like it's all there. And they're spending a ton of money on this show, more money on this show than any other show in history. And I'm seeing that on screen with the quality. And that's always why I didn't really like shows as much as movies, because to me, there's a big quality difference. But what if this show could bridge that gap, be a very high quality show where you're almost getting little mini movies out of it. Now, that's what makes me the most interested for this series. Now, I don't know too much about the story they're going with. I believe it's like it says in the teaser, it's before the fellowship, so it's probably going to be about how those rings get developed, and then they eventually get the rings, and kind of that introduction to the fellowship of the ring that gives us some brief backstory. That's what I believe it's about from what I've seen in the teaser, from what I've heard. So it's basically a whole introduction um, before we ever got into the core films. So I think that can be interesting. To me, it's all going to come down to how are the characters developed? Do we connect with the characters? Because that's what the Lord of the Rings movie did really successfully. All those three trilogy of film, just that trilogy was so great in connecting us to each individual character. We cared about them, so when something devastating would happen, that it would be a big emotional impact. So I don't know if this TV series is going to be able to do that in the time it has. We're going to have to watch it, see what we think of it. But I did like the overall sense I got from this teaser, but I didn't think it was like jaw dropping in any way. But I didn't think it was terrible. Just kind of like, okay, this looks nice. This looks a little interesting. All right, I'm not 100% buying in yet, but I'm not turned off by it either. So, let's give it a try, and we'll just see how it kind of goes. Now to get into our third topic, and that there is a Wonder Twins movie announced for HBO Max. Yeah, Wonder Twins. Wonder Twins powers activate. Yes, that. I was just as surprised as you when I heard this one. But I got to thinking, because I'm a big superhero fan, we can never get enough superhero content out there. So, Wonder Twins, that's something we haven't seen before in a live action form, like a live action movie. So, this could be really interesting. Now, I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do with the story of it. They got the person to write and direct it that's worked on Black Adam. So, that's a promising sign. Hopefully, Black Adam's a great movie, and then I'll get even more excited for this Wonder Twins movie as well. But I think this could have an interesting story here. But what I think you need to do with it is kind of make it like a Riverdale type of story, a little bit more darker. I don't want it to be silly and whimsical and just funny, all cartoonish. No, no, no. We can't go that way with it. High school drama is absolutely the way they should try to handle this. Just more serious, more just dark and gritty. And because these characters have some cool powers and abilities. Now, I haven't seen a lot of Wonder Twins before, so I really don't know it from the show or comics or things like that. I've just read a little bit about them right now, and they actually seem pretty cool with their abilities. And I'm not sure if I'm saying their names right, but Zane seems like he has a cool ability of transforming into water elements. He could even become a giant ice monster if he wanted to. He can become a water atmospheric disruption of some kind, like a monsoon or a blizzard. So, any form of water basically he can transform into. And so, they could do a lot of cool things with that if they got some good special effect work done. And so that could be really interesting. I mean, it could be absolutely terrifying too. He could fill up a room with water and like drown people in it, you know? I mean, that's just something that could happen. So I do think they should go a little bit more darker with his character. And then you have Jaina, if I'm saying that correct, has powers to turn into an animal. And of course, yeah, that'd be really cool. I don't think we got cool animal transformations with Beast Boy and the Titan show. We didn't get enough of that. So if they could use that power often, then this could be really cool for a movie, just turning into different beasts and animals. The possibilities are endless with that. So they could come up with some very creative things, especially really terrifying animals. So I think they should go that way with it. A little bit more hardcore, kind of a little bit more adult with it, just a little bit more darker, a little bit more brutal. I think they should go that way with it. Kind of more getting towards like a Suicide Squad type of vibe. Like the Peacemaker show, something like that. Not something that's just all very silly and cartoonish. Even though I'm sure there'll be some comedic elements in there, I think it'll be more like dark humor. Now, that's where I would like to see them go with it, but I'm not sure if they would choose that direction. We just kind of have to see. But, DC is known for more darker content rather than Marvel. So I think that's a likely possibility. But let me know in the comments below. Are you excited for this Wonder Twins movie going to HBO Max? Do you know a lot about the Twins? What are you excited to see from them? Let me know that in the comments below. Now to get into our fourth topic, and we have some Oscar news. So a couple Oscar updates here. We now know the host of the Oscars. There's going to be 3 women. There's going to be Amy Schumer, there's going to be Regina Hall, and there's going to be Wanda Sykes. So those are 3, to me, very entertaining actresses. I don't know if they're the most well-known actresses or they're considered like Oscar-worthy actresses, but I think they've been in some decent movies. I think they can have some good comedic elements to them, and so I think that's the most important part for a host of the Oscars. Somebody that can deliver some jokes, that can have some fun with it. And I'm sure they'll have great writers to write a lot of good material for them. And so I think those 3 together can be a good team. They can be a lot of fun. I like having more hosts than just one. So having multiple hosts, 2, 3, to me that works just perfectly fine. So we'll have to see what they bring to the Oscars. Oscars is my favorite day of the year because I just love celebrating movies that much. So I hope they put on a great performance for us all. Now, our next Oscar update is that there is a fan film vote. Yeah, a vote online where you can write in a movie that you really enjoyed, your favorite movie of the year. So it's a fan film that the people get to choose, and they're going to announce it at the Oscars. But it's not like they're getting an official Oscar for the movie or anything. It's not like an official Oscar category. I wouldn't want to see that anyway. A fan film category, no, to me that would lose the prestige of the Oscars. Oscars should be about really highlighting the Oscars with the most prestigious films, the most quality films, not just the most popular films. And that's my personal opinion. You may disagree. But I do like them acknowledging, you know, a fan favorite film. I think that's okay. So I don't despise this at all. I think this is a good little idea to recognize a fan favorite film. And I'm guessing that that's going to be Spider Man No Way Home. And that's probably why they developed this little type of form to be filled out. I think it's going to be Spider Man No Way Home. That's what they want to highlight to kind of please the fans. I mean, people really love that movie. It's a lot of people's favorite movie of the year. It's some people's only movie they saw in theaters this past year. So, why not? Why not give a little shout out to Spider Man No Way Home? That's perfectly fine. I enjoyed the movie myself. Now, do I think it should get an official, actual Oscar? No, not really. I don't think it was at that quality, personally, for me. Even though I really enjoyed it and had a really fun time with it. Yeah, definitely give it a shout out. Say, hey, all the fans wrote in and this was their personal favorite film of the year. I think that's perfectly fine. Now, it is a possibility that people write in other, favorites. I mean, that could happen. Now, are they truly going to announce really what actually wins? Or is it really just designed to announce Spider Man No Way Home no matter what, even if that didn't win? I'm just assuming it would get the most written in comments about it anyway. But yeah, so I think it's going to be Spider Man No Way Home. But let me know in the comments below. Have you filled out this fan form for this fan favorite film category at the Oscars? Have you filled that out yet? And what do you think is going to be the fan favorite film this year? Let me know that in the comments below. Now to get into our fifth topic, and that's going to be me sharing my general thoughts on Jordan Peele's new movie coming out, Nope. I just watched the Nope trailer, and I thought it was okay. To me, it wasn't anything mind-blowing, but I think Jordan Peele has done a great job with his horror suspense movies he's already given us. I really liked Get Out. I thought Us was pretty good. Not perfect, had great performances. I don't think it stuck the landing though, but I'm always looking forward to what Jordan Peele is going to do next. So this movie, to me, the trailer, it starts off just, very basic, talking kind of historical about African Americans that were horse trainers for Hollywood, and their horses are used in movies. And so, very basic premise setup, but then weird things start happening, and I think there might be some aliens that get involved somehow. And yeah, that's all I really got from the trailer. Like, there's cool images in the trailer, there's some creepy things going on, but I just personally couldn't piece it together that much to know, oh, this is where this story is going. Where, the other movies, I feel like I could get a pretty decent sense of what was going to happen. But yeah, we're just gonna have to wait to really see this movie. Hopefully, it's very suspenseful. Hopefully, it has a really good story this time around. It's really well executed. I know the performers are gonna bring it. I mean, these are great performers. Um, that have been in tons of movies before. So I know they're going to bring their performance to this one. And I'm cautiously, interested in this movie. I'll definitely give it a watch. But let me know in the comments below, what did you think of the Nope trailer? Are you excited for this movie? What do you think of Jordan Peele's movies in general? Let me know that all down below. Now, getting into our sixth topic, and that is going to be looking at the Batman photos of Michael Keaton off of Twitter from the Batgirl movie. And I wasn't originally excited about the Batgirl movie, but now seeing these photos, I'm getting a little bit more pumped up for it. Michael Keaton looks great in the costume, if that is Michael Keaton and not a stunt double. He looks awesome. The costume looks great. It is a little bit more modernized, but it still has that classic feel to it. I like the yellow bat symbol there, but it's a little bit more slick looking as well. And so I think it's the best of both worlds. I think it's a perfect looking modern costume that still reminds me of the classic 89 Batman movie. So I don't think they could do a better job with it. I think that's solid right there. So I think Michael Keaton's going to give us a great performance in it. It's also nice to see J.K. Simmons there as Commissioner Gordon. I think they can have a really good dynamic back and forth, those two actors in particular. So I'm getting more excited for the Batgirl movie. Originally, I was just waiting for the Batman to come out and putting all my excitement towards that. But the more we get to see of this Batgirl movie, gets me a little bit more hyped up for it. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this Keaton Batman costume? Do you like it as much as I do? And are you excited for this Batgirl movie? Let's have that fun movie discussion down below. Now to get into our seventh and final topic, and that is the topic surrounding what Kevin Feige said about Avengers Endgame. He said it was going to be the last Avengers movie. What? Now, I don't think this is 100% true. That's maybe what he says, but he may be misspoken away. I don't think we're going to get those original Avengers back, just like how James Gunn said Guardians 3 is going to be the last time we see those Guardians characters as a group specifically together. I think that's what Kevin Feige means here. He's saying that we're not going to get these same Avengers together as that same core group in another Avengers movie. I think that would make more sense. Reason why is the Avengers movies have made them so much money. It's the most successful franchise in Hollywood history. You can't just stop making Avenger films. I mean, Avenger films are just way too successful. Now, they might call it something slightly different. They might add something to it. Might be the new Avengers. Might be the West Coast Avengers. It might be Avengers Premium or Avengers Plus. Something that goes along with the Avengers. But I think Avengers will be in the title in some way, shape, or form. They're not going to lose that branding image by not saying Avengers. I mean, Avengers is a big name, and that's what's going to draw people out to the movies to see it. And so I don't think you can lose that Avengers name. So I just think it was misspoken. I think it probably meant that it's just not the same core group that we've gotten before with like Iron Man, Captain America, and all the Avengers we've cared about before. I think it's going to be new members. I think we're going to get Shang-Chi, we'll probably get Moon Knight in there, and a few other characters thrown in the mix as these new TV shows come out. We might get She-Hulk in there. So I think there's going to be new Avengers, but I think there will be some kind of Avenger movie coming out in the future. Now, we haven't heard any news yet, but I think maybe in a couple years, a few years, they'll announce an Avengers movie. But I think they're taking their time. They finished up the Avenger movie Infinity Saga. Now they're on to a new saga, and we have to get these other movies, these other TV shows to really establish what this saga is going to be about. And then once they've developed and established all these new characters, that's when they will put them into an Avenger group, and that's when we'll hear an Avenger movie announcement. But let me know in the comments below, do you think that's what Kevin Feige meant, or do you think that how I'm thinking that it's going to be a new group of Avengers, but they're still going to use the Avengers name? Or do you really think that that's the last time we're ever going to hear an Avengers movie? Let me know that in the comments below. So that will do it for the 5th episode of Mega Movie News Roundup. Let me know in the comments below if I missed any major movie news story that you would like me to cover in the future. Definitely list that below. Also, if you're just discovering my channel for the first time, make sure you subscribe right now. That way I can get you tons of future movie news, movie rankings, movie reviews, and movie haul videos. We talk everything movies on this channel. I don't want you to miss out on any of it, so subscribe right now. Also, turn on that notification bell and like the video. This is Mega Mike the Movie Man reminding you to make every day a movie day.